Good morning, it's Friday and I thought it's about time I do another vlog, so hi. Today I'm going to meet Epilepsy Action for the first time. I've got a meeting with them to talk about Ellie really and how I can help, and also I'm going to be doing a interview for their magazine. So that's at 11 today, so I'm just pottering around this morning. I've got my cup of tea, I've got some cookies, not the ideal breakfast if I'm honest. So since it's all about Ellie today, I decided to finally do the monumental masons it's called, for the gravestone, what stone we're having, what you're gonna write and all of that. So I've got the paperwork together now. I've got the application for the council, because apparently you have to apply to the council to put the stone on, which costs nearly £400. Then I've got to decide what the inscription's gonna be, what colour and what colour the lettering's gonna be and stuff. It's actually been on my table for about 3 weeks, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. So I thought, do you know what? It's gonna be emotional today anyway, so why not start? So I've made a start on the inscription. Where do you possibly start? Well, I don't know. I suppose I should look at the other gravestones when I next visit to see what they say as to what to put. But so far I've got, here lays Elizabeth Kate Hill Brown, daughter, sister, cousin, friend. Then the dates, a beautiful soul gone too soon. That's all I've got so far. But you can't really put loads anyway, because the way that it sits on the stone, and it's a double gravestone, so there needs to be room for, it sounds horrendous, but there needs to be room for me on it underneath. So yeah, so I best go and get dressed now. This is my like pajama wear with my Snoopy on. Get dressed, ready to go out and meet Epilepsy Action. So I'm here in the car park. I'm going to meet up with Epilepsy Action, not the entire company, obviously, just a couple of people from the company, and I'm just kind of waiting to go in, and I'm quite surprised how many kids are about. Is there no school today? Is it like, am I missing something? It's definitely Friday, so I don't really know. So we're going to sit in a coffee shop and have the chat there. I've totally forgot to bring a notepad, but I have got my notes on my phone, so I can always make notes on there of, you know, anything we might be looking to work on in the future, or I don't know, don't really know what to expect, to be quite honest. So I'm a bit nervous, anxious, not emotional, I would just say more anxious really. So yeah, I'll feed back to you when I come out of the meeting. Well, that was emotional and a roller coaster, and I can't even put into words. It felt like a 2-hour therapy session. I met the most lovely 2 women today from Epilepsy Action, the organisation. They're based in Leeds. They're a charity who raise awareness, and their focus is support. So they have all these different things that they do every year, groups and social media and all sorts of things to help those with epilepsy and their families. And they're also trying to change policies for PIP and universal credit. You know, they're actually working hard on that to try and help people understand the implications and the impact of epilepsy. I've learnt so much today. We're going to work together in the future. I'm going to do some bits and pieces. I've got some great ideas. They've got some great ideas. And there was just so much I learned. There's this new device that's being trialled at the moment that fits to the head, and it kind of takes in all the information from the brain of how many seizures they've had and other information to do with the brain waves that they're trialing, which is just incredible. the knowledge is power. That's something that we kept saying. Knowledge is power. And there's just fascinating this thing that's on the head, so that's being trialled, and I want to know more. We were talking about celebrities that have epilepsy, the well-known Disney young lad who passed away, but there's so many more in the UK that no one talk about. No one wants to come out and say it, because for some reason they're embarrassed by it. I don't really understand why you would be embarrassed. I kind of understood why Ellie was embarrassed about telling people, you know, teenagers that might think less of her because she said that I have epilepsy. I don't know. But Martin Kemp, would you believe Martin Kemp, you know, is it Duran Duran, Spandau Ballet? I always get them wrong. He has epilepsy, and there's like, there's so much I've learned today. It's just, it was a wonderful meeting. It was inspiring, emotional. I was very graphic. I've not told anyone about the finer details of what I found, how I found Ellie and all of that until today, apart from my, you know, friends and family, close people who know me, they know, but I've not told anyone else. And it feels, I don't know, almost exhilarating is probably not the word. It's like you're sharing it, and it's not a weight lifted, but it feels good to put what you've been through out there so other people can get it and understand. Anyway, I'm just really grateful I got the chance to have that meeting. I cried quite a lot. They gave me a tissue. But it's if I can have an impact, you know, if Ellie's legacy now is to just show how wonderful a person she was, how bright she was, and such a bubbly personality, if I can try and keep that legacy going by helping others, then my God, I'm gonna do it. So I'm sat in the car park, it's peeing it down. I was going to say something else there. My mouth is dry as a bone. I should have got a drink. We were at a coffee shop, but I was just talking for 2 hours straight. They spoke, but you know, it's kind of me. So I need lunch. I need food now. Where do I go? My first thought was like, get Chinese food. But why would you sit in the Chinese on your own? I've done it before. How lonely does that sound? I'm going to go and sit in the Chinese buffet and have food. I just love it. I love noodles, rice, all of that. And I don't care sitting on my own. It's fine. I get quite a sense of calming now when I go to that place. It's a place that me and Ellie used to go to. It was really tough first going there. When I did, Alex went with me because it was so known for me and Ellie to sit and eat, you know, lunch together. I was thinking about doing a video about that actually. You know, when you lose someone, all the places you used to go to and the places you remember that linked with them, how you then tackle that. Everything from Asda to, you know, places that you went together, how it emotionally impacts your life. I'm going to be honest, be open. I couldn't go to Asda for 2 months. The Asda we and Ellie used to shop at, we'd meet, I'd do shopping together, and then I'd take it home in my car for her, you know, the big stuff, so she didn't have to carry it home. I couldn't go back to the Asda. I didn't do a weekly shop for 2 months. I lived off Aldi, small things, whatever local shops, takeaways, stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I need food. I don't know what I'm going to have. I'm sat in the car park. It's very rainy. Do I go for the Chinese food or do I just grab something at home? I've got nothing in at home. I've literally got nothing in at home. Yesterday was a chip sandwich, a crisp sandwich. What shall I have? I don't know. I'll come up with something. couldn't help myself. The Chinese buffet is literally round the corner from where I've just had the meeting, and I kind of get comfort from being here now. When I first came it was really hard, but this is where we used to meet up. We'd have once a week lunch, you know, Wednesday mother and daughter day. So I kind of get comfort here now. They know who I am. They don't know my story, but they know who I am, and the fact that I'm going in on my own, it's not a big deal. I enjoy the food, it's fine. So I'm back. I don't know if you're the same. If you've got a dog, when you get back in the house, they have to run around like an idiot for like 10 minutes to say hello. And then you find your pyjamas strewn down the stairs. This seems to be a regular thing for me. But yeah, I had a nice lunch there. It was very nice. It's very much about the fish now for me because I don't eat meat. I say the only thing I kind of miss is the satay chicken. But you can get the satay sauce, so I just put the satay sauce on noodles or rice instead. Crispy wonton, you know, prawns, prawn toast, seaweed, noodles, rice, prawn toast, all that stuff. So I'm going to sign off now because I've actually got the afternoon off now and I do feel exhausted, if I'm honest. I think that took it out on me quite a lot. My nerves have gone to pieces, which I expected, to be fair. So I might get on the telly and watch something this afternoon. I fancy the Winx saga. I still haven't finished watching The Umbrella Academy, so maybe I should do that. I started watching that murder thing the other day on Netflix. I watched the first one, and yeah, as soon as we got to the end point where it was explaining to his dad that he'd been eating them, I'm like, I don't think I want to watch any more of this. And all I could smell for the rest of the day was meat. It just seemed to really affect me, so not watching the rest of that. Anyway, so I'm going to sign off. I'll be back very soon with more vlogs. My new radio show is starting very soon, so please watch out for that. Thank you, and yeah, bye loves.